Oh, delightful, wondrous path girl.
Yes, Boogie.
You sexy, lovely beast of a woman, you.
I'm a woman.
Rawr.
I'm a woman.
You're a woman. You are. If there is something that you are, path girl, is you are a path woman.
Yes, and thank you for not calling me a cougar. I hate that term.
Don't you have to be a grandma to be a cougar?
Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay.
Go ahead. Rant.
For the
Do
folks
it.
at home,
Go.
Yes, okay. For the folks at home, okay, a cougar is normally an older woman who likes to go for a younger man. Now, there are guidelines, okay? Cougars do not have cubs at home. My cub is still at home, although he's 20. He is still at home. Therefore, I am not a cougar. I am still a MILF, okay? MILF still has children at home. Cougar does not. Get with the program, guys. We now return you to your regularly scheduled Perverted Podcast.
Who the fuck calls you a cougar?
Like 3 out of 4 people I meet every day. Because they're like, oh, you like having sex and you're an older woman and Donis is like 8 years younger than you. You're a cougar. No, I am not. I am a MILF. Get it right.
I just see you like instant throat poke. I'm a fucking MILF.
Throat punch.
Mom, I like to fuck.
I am.
That's what you should do. You should literally just throat poke and then with both hands up just go and walk away. They'll never fuck with you again. They will think twice.
Yeah.
They will think twice before 8 years isn't even a difference.
Yeah, but some people are like, oh, you robbed the cradle. You're a cougar. No.
Yeah. You are MILFy. Ladies and gentlemen, Path Girl is a qualified, verified, union card holding MILF. Do not.
I didn't realize we had a union. I have to get with that.
The MILF union. That would be an amazing union. Like, what are your dues? You just got to go fuck, or, you know. But see, here's the thing about MILF. MILF may be a label somebody gives to you, but it doesn't mean you fuck anybody. A cougar a cougar wants to fuck people. A cougar wants to fuck, but a MILF is an observation of somebody. It's a mom I'd like to fuck. So It doesn't mean you fuck anybody. It just means that other people want to fuck you, and you are maybe a little more mature in your age.
Yes, and you know what I would like to do since I hijacked this rant?
What?
Start a show.
1, 2, 3, 4. Do you feel your sex life is quite lame? Scared that your desires might be strange? Come and join the kinky world of play. Perverted Podcast.
Hello and welcome to Perverted Podcast, the show where we definitely know the difference between MILF and fucking cougar.
Recording on Zencaster, where if you like sex while listening to music, always choose a live album. That way you'll get applause every 3 to 4 minutes. On Path Girl. There you go.
I never even thought of that.
Nope.
Never even thought of that. Because I don't listen to really music, but that would be amazing. You fuck for 3-4 minutes and then the crowd cheers and you're like, thank you. I've done that.
Thank you.
I have waved to imaginary audience because you have to do shit to keep yourself, sometimes from coming, and they're doggy style. So we've talked about this before. I had a big post that was real famous a few times. And I wave all the time to imaginary crowds. Thank you. That's me. That is me. Insert a penetrado with the vaginado.
I'm amazing. Thank you.
That's my favorite because in my fantasy, they all agree. That's the good part is that the fantasy, which we are going to talk about the difference between fantasy and reality when we get to our topic. But you had a party. I just got off the phone with somebody who was at the party that wanted me.
So not creepy. Not somebody else?
No, it was somebody else. It was Spike. And
okay. Oh, yes, I
she
saw
said
her
you
last
looked
night.
great, and to tell you hi, and she loves you, and that it was.
Tell her I said hi, and I love her.
She had a real nice, fun time at the party. So, what'd you do at the party last night?
Yes. Actually, I just went to the party to observe. Unfortunately, my brain chemistry had been completely fucked up the whole day, and I did not feel it was safe for me to play. But yes, I pushed myself out the door to get amongst my kinky friends because I know that always makes me feel better. So I saw Spike, and I saw Creepy and Mina, and then I had part of my crew, Ever Hours, and then Creepy's new I want to say girlfriend. I don't know what their dynamic is, but we did see some very interesting scenes. It was kind of quiet though, which was weird. It was supposed to be the Valentine's Day party, and there were like 77 people signed up to go, and I don't even think we got half. Now Donis bowed out last minute because he got home from work extremely late and also had a very bad day, and just basically growled at me when I walked through the door. I'm like, okay, I'm going out, honey. Love you, bye.
Bye. MILF out.
You go. Well. Good wifey also bought him a pint of his favorite Ben and Jerry's. I'm like, there's Ben and Jerry's in the freezer. You go diffuse. I love you. Bye.
Perfect. Just push it in front of the hyena. Just chew on this. Distract him long enough to be like, okay, bye.
Yeah. He was okay with me going out. He just wasn't in that headspace either. Yeah. But I know even the days I'm really feeling bad, whether it be physically or mentally, I know it's like, all right, if I just shove myself out the door with a pack of cookies and bring them there, I'll be like, hi, I brought cookies. And like, I go to my friends, I get hugs, I get love. And especially better. That you get to watch
there's very scenes. Seldom that you push yourself out the door. And we've talked about this a lot, is pushing the mojo. And this also goes with your sexuality, your play and stuff. Mm-hmm. You get to that point to where you kind of shut down, and that part of your brain is trying to protect you from any more potential pain or harm. And so it's like, don't go anywhere, just sit, be safe, don't think. Mm-hmm. And if you push past it, I mean, I can't think of many instances where it was horrible.
Yes.
It usually winds up because you do see if you see people, and you have a chat, and at least there's that part of your brain that goes, good for you. You got yourself out there. You went. It was still social. It was still you doing something for you.
Exactly.
And that builds your confidence, and that builds your relationship with yourself, because, we're always down on ourselves. You never do anything, blah, 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 blah. And then when you push yourself to do things that are out of your comfort zone a little bit, there's usually some confidence that comes after that. So I'm glad. Yes. Spike sent me a picture of the cookies she made. And she made kinky themed cookies. I don't know if you saw the plate.
Oh, I didn't see them. No.
All I know is, and they all had like, she, wrote things on them, and it's like, ooh, rope, and, oh, this. And there was one big cookie. And
I wish I would have seen them.
One big cookie in the middle that said, I love balls. And I'm like, that is the cookie of the year. And
oh my god!
If you saw Uncle Creepy's costume, who I'm going to talk to him next, and
I did. Yeah. I don't want to spoil it for the folks, but I saw him. I had an idea, and when I saw him and I walked in the room, I'm like, I don't know if I want to hug you right now.
No.
I heard you got a very interesting picture.
Fortunately, I didn't get the one with his balls hanging out.
You didn't? Oh, okay. I think Mina had told me that she sent, or Creepy had said you had said that. But no. Yes,
I literally there's a point to where I'm like, bro, I will block you. I will. I don't care if you're a host on the show. You'll scream into the wind, motherfucker. I am not.
Yeah.
Do not send. No. But yeah.
But I could send you boobs, and that's okay, huh?
I guess.
If
you do.
Please send boobs. Please send
I mean,
boobs.
It's boobs, it's different. Mm-hmm. There's nothing wrong with saying, I don't want to see some fucking creepy looking guy's fucking nutsack. I'm not attracted to creepy nutsacks. There's no hate involved.
Neither am I. I mean, I'll tolerate it if I see it during a scene, but
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Well, I'm glad you had at least...
I got to see Mina boobs, too.
Okay.
Yes.
Have you guys haven't played yet, have you?
No, that's something we've kind of left on the back burner because Creepy's kind of been busy fielding out partners and relationships and stuff. And but yeah, I did talk with Mina for a good time. So that it was good to get around everybody and watch everybody in their kinky shenanigans.
Yeah. No, everyone seems like a real solid group now.
Yes.
And that there's a lot, and I'm really glad that Uncle Creepy. And once again, this is about pushing yourself out there. I remember when Creepy and Mina moved there, that there was all this apprehension. It's a new community. Yes. How am I going to do? And and Creepy, obviously very entertaining and is playing with costumes and all the things. Are people going to accept that? Are people going to shut that down? And you kind of just have to go for it and use your best social cues when you get in with the new group. And it usually works out, unless there's a bunch of assholes there, which why would you want to be in that place anyway, But I'm real glad it worked out, and we get to hear all these fun stories. Except less creepy balls. I'm just gonna vote.
We will shoot for that.
I'm just gonna vote for that. Fuck it. Let's get into a topic.
Yes.
All right. I have to do a little Boogie's gonna be an asshole thing.
Oh, we already know that. But yeah, I guess if we have any new listeners.
Hi, new listeners. Welcome to Perverted Podcast, on your way to becoming PP zombies and Zams. It's Zits. God damn it. Zits, zombies.
How do I know this stuff?
Zams. If you're a Zit, that means you're a zombie in training. You've listened to 20 episodes in a row, or 20 episodes. If you're a PP zombie, you've listened to 50 or more episodes. And to become a PP Zam, a Perverted Podcast Zombie Apocalypse Master, you must listen to all now 445 episodes. And believe me, there have people that have done it multiple times through. That is a commitment that I think borders on insanity, but...
Right, so you need to be committed. Oh, you said that's a commitment. Sorry.
Same thing. Same thing.
Same thing.
How many people in asylums listen to Perverted Podcast? But no, there's oftentimes where I come off very assholey, but I really want to say, because I'm going through exactly what this person is going through in a sense. So the rules apply to me, to you, Path Girl, to this individual, and to everything. What my opinion is going to be about is reality. Is not so it's going to sound very mean and very cold, but it's just fucking reality. And so I want to say that, because sometimes people are like, you're always really grumpy and mean about this stuff. And I am, because I want to shake us out of our fantasy world, because if we live in a fantasy world, we just stay kind of repressed and bitter in that fantasy, and we don't get to the work on ourselves where we practice acceptance and work hard to push ourselves out there and do better and become better. So this is a perfect example of that. And this listener, it's not a listener, this is, I think, from Reddit. How in the world do I find monogamous kinksters? ? It's a good question.
Yes.
For those of you that haven't been in the public community, a good portion of us are, well, we'll read on. Hello there. I'm a female in my early 30s. I was polyamorous for almost 8 years and was active in my local community prior to the pandemic and an abusive relationship. Sorry about that. I have decided to be monogamous moving forward in life. Sound familiar, Pathco?
Maybe. A lot.
But when I was active, I noticed that the grand majority of people in the community were some flavor of non-monogamous, which is absolutely true across the board. Which, no hate, by the way, it just isn't for me anymore. Absolutely honest thing to admit. You did it, Path Girl. Yeah. Totally understand. Yes. Dating is awful in general, especially as a neurodivergent non-Christian who wants to get married and have kids. But then add being a monogamous, sadomasochist, submissive on top of that. It can't actually be possible, right? Are any of you monogamous? How did you find your person? I want to fight my trauma and anxieties and start going to munches again, but those aren't easy things to get past. And I always work weekends. Any advice is all appreciated.
Do you want to rant first, or should I?
I'm gonna let you go. And I don't think it's gonna be. I'm surely not ranting against this person. We're ranting against reality here, because this person is asking for realities, and they may not like the answer. That's what this is. It's not going to be the answer they like. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, okay, if there's any new listeners, I'll crash course you through my life. I was married to somebody monogamously, eventually went into swinging, and then to poly, went into a very long-term live-in poly relationship. That blew up, and then when that blew up, I decided to blow my marriage up and go out and find myself a new partner exactly in the same situation where I wanted a guy who was kinky and I wanted to be monogamous. Now, with my experience with the poly community, it was basically like all I saw was poly. But going on the dating apps, I had to make the very hard decision of, I'm going to put on my dating profile, I looking for a guy who's either kink friendly or kinky, knowing it was a risk to someone who might stumble across it and go, hey, that's Path Girl, and I know her in real life, and oh, she's kinky, whatever. But I think this woman is putting herself in a very small box, because, I'm putting this label of, I want to be monogamous, I want to be non-Christian, I want to have kids, I want to get married, and blah, 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 blah. You're setting yourself up with a lot of things that are going to push a lot of guys away. I mean, even if take the kink out of it, someone who's, I don't want to get married, that knocks out so many guys. Right. I don't want to have kids, that knocks out so many guys. I used to tell people all the time that when I was on the dating apps, like, I would throw my fishing line out into the ocean and come back with a whole plethora of fish, and then start throwing all the ones back.
Fucking
bycatch,
off the boat.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember,
exactly.
Yes.
But yeah, when I was specifically decided that I only wanted somebody who was at least kink friendly, if not kinky, I turned that ocean into a very, very, very small pond.
Yeah.
And I had to be okay with that. And it's, believe me, I understand the frustration, let alone the frustration of finding somebody you're compatible with, let alone kinky. But it took me, my divorce was 2019 it started, and I didn't start with Donis until 2023.
Right. So you had 4 years down.
And along the way, there were some guys that were kinky, some guys who thought they were kinky and then ran screaming for the hills when we started doing kink. Yeah. Then there was also the guys that I would go on dates with, go, you're kinky, that means you're easy. We're going to fuck in the first date, right? No, honey, no. Yeah. Go away. Go off the boat, please. Off the boat. It really boils down to patience. It really boils down to deciding on what your musts be. This person must be kinky, must be a monogamous, and what it may be you're willing to let go. Maybe you don't get married. I had to fight that feeling for a while. Maybe you don't have kids. And then also the weekend thing, complete excuse. I'm sorry, especially in our area, we have munches, sloshes, all kinds of events during the week. We have some stuff that's Wednesday nights. We have some stuff that's Thursday nights. You may have to drive 50, 60 miles. I used to have to drive 70 miles either direction. You can find stuff. Stop using that as an excuse.
Well, I mean, we don't know where this person lives. They could live in fucking somewhere in the forests of Kentucky or something.
Yeah.
So you don't.
But then you have to get out and drive out of the forest of Kentucky.
Yeah, you ultimately, they're not going to drop from heaven into your yard.
Exactly.
I hate this because I know this frustration that I can only say, I don't feel it anymore. I really don't feel it. There's pinches that you feel, but there is a magical word, because you can have any you deserve. The only thing I'll say you deserve, because I'm going to say the things you don't deserve. But the things you do deserve is you and your desires and your wants and your fantasies. You deserve to have those. That's your mind. That's the one place that is yours. They can force you to do a lot of things in life. They can't take your mind unless you give it to them. So you deserve to have your desires for all the things you just listed. And you can have the hope that it exists. And it does. It absolutely does.
Yeah.
You know. But you have to also face the reality that you may have to accept that that's not going to happen. Ever.
Oh, yeah.
That is a reality. The first thing you have to get used to before you can approach us, and once again, I'm sharing opinions. Take it or leave it. Tell me to fuck off. I don't care. Get used to being lonely in this world first. In this world or the non-kink world, it doesn't matter. It's the same. This conversation could just as easily happen in the non-kink world as it happens in the kink world. It's just a fact of life. The more limits and boundaries you have and the less you have to offer, that's going to be key in this conversation. The more likelihood you are going to have trouble finding exactly what you want.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to focus on what you do have power over. You already know this is tough. You have obstacles to go through, neurodivergent and can't work working weekends and monogamy, kids, marriage, blah, 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 blah. You already know that you have created, like you said, a box that is very small, a very small entry into that box. So you have to do the work on yourself first. This is not going to fall out of the sky and be met on rare occasions. I'm not saying anything is possible. Yeah. Anything is possible, but let's just be real. Ain't going to fucking happen.
No.
But what you do have the power over right now in that interim of getting to the point to where you actually, like Path Girl said, go out and find people. You put in a lot of work. I remember that. You drove.
Oh, God.
You drove hundreds and hundreds of miles and explored different munches. And there's no dudes at this munch, so I'm going to drive to this and start talking to people. Or this one's, just, these people are weird, and I'm going to go to this one. And you put in that effort to go because you weren't waiting, for it to fall from the sky. So, but in that interim, you also were doing work on yourself and practicing that acceptance and finding ways to push your boundaries and limits. And you did go from, I need this, and this, to all of a sudden you discovered, well, I mean, in the interim, I can still play with somebody without having sex with them. That was a big issue for you. And you started playing with Doc. Yeah. And you were able to, find something that was at least gave you some fulfillment and connection and touch and a good friendship in that. And so that was you being flexible in what you discovered about yourself. But this is your time to do the work on yourself. If you have neurodivergence and you have trauma and you have issues, this is where the reality's coming in. Fix that shit first. That's you. That's your life. That's your mind. Because if you're not going to work on fixing that stuff first, let's really say what's in that list. Aside from all that other stuff you listed and what you want someone to save you. You want someone to fix you. You want some magical creature to come down and hold down their hand and be like, I'm going to save you. And that's a much bigger thing to put on that list. If you have issues psychologically and you have trauma and you have things that you need to deal with, you are the savior. There is no other savior. You are the savior. Stop denying the power that lives in your mind that is waiting. There's a part of your mind that knows how to make you better and healthier. And it's waiting for one part of your mind to just allow you to do it. No one's going to fucking save you.
Yeah.
You're only going to get distractions. So you're in charge of that. It's your job to seek that therapy. It's your job to seek, whatever, if therapy's not available, whatever self-help or groups or things or programs or whatever you need to do. That is you. You are the savior. Be your own savior. Because hoping that this magical creature is going to show up, and of course, this person is going to be brilliant and great and attractive and, financially stable and has a job and, sure, let's just keep piling it on the list. And now the reality comes in. What do you have to offer this magical person? What do you have to offer? And this is where people say it's mean when I say this. But this is the reality. This is a bullshit fairy tale that we're being fed, and you see it all over the place. People are trying to be supportive, and they're like, you deserve the best mate.
Right.
You deserve a mate. Like this is a fair universe, like shit, like there's a magical God or you're fucking non-Christian. So don't pretend that there's some fucking magical deity up in the sky that's going to bless you with this perfect, amazing person. This goes for males and females. This has no gender, nothing. Mm-hmm. Don't expect this to happen because what they don't add on to that is you need to be the best mate too. That's how attraction works.
Let's take 2 steps back for a second. When we were talking about being the best person and doing the work on yourself and being okay with being alone. I mean, that's how we basically built our friendship to begin with, was basically like, how many times did you like smack me upside the head with reality and say, when are you going to be okay with being by yourself? When are you going to be okay with going to a munch, hanging out with your friends and going home and, hey, I didn't meet any guys tonight. I'm not dating anybody right now. Or even like there's times I couldn't play with Doc for whatever reason. It was a really hard look, or even getting married. Like, how many people were like, you're with Donis for X amount of years. What if he never wants to get married? Right. Then what? That was a really harsh reality of, well, I had to sit there and think about what that would be. But I don't think this woman's looking to be saved per se. I think it's just a little bit of that. I'm setting up all these roadblocks. It's going to be impossible, right? Well, no. You're setting up the roadblocks yourself when it's, like you said, if you do the work on yourself where I work weekends, but once in a while, I'm going to talk to my boss about switching. Hey, there's an event I want to go to. I'm going to talk about. You could put in the work, both physically changing your schedule around, changing your social schedule around, and mentally about like, I'm going to go into an event and I'm going to go have fun. If I meet some people, great. I always used to tell people, don't go to a munch or a slosh to meet a guy or a girl. Go there to make friends because you never know who those friends are going to introduce you to. Right. Or you're going to be hanging out with those friends and they're going to go, hey, look at that guy over there. He's doing a scene and, oh, he's kind of cute. Or, hey, that's an interesting scene. And you never know. I'm sick and tired of people having this quote unquote victim mentality of, I wanted to drop into my lap. And if I put in the work, like you said, and I still put in the work because I understand being in a relationship. And now that I'm married and I could sit back on my ass. No, I have to keep Donis interested. That's not coming from him. That's coming from me.
That's coming
like
from
you
reality.
Said, being a great
and it doesn't,
partner.
and
exactly.
Donis has to keep you interested.
Exactly.
That's called a fucking relationship. That's how you manage a relationship. You both have to keep working. Why do relationships fall apart? Because one or both stop working. That's why they end, because you're not working on your relationship anymore. You've gotten distracted with each other or you got sick of each other or you're not as into it. And then you start looking elsewhere and you start cheating or you start, and it just, the community, it's very difficult to maintain a relationship. Mm-hmm. And if you're not ready to be in a relationship, which if you have trauma and anxiety and those types of things, what? You're going to bring that into your relationship?
Uh-huh.
Fix that shit first. Work on that. Not just for your partner, but obviously for you. But yes, for your partner, who is going to be attracted to something that has nothing to offer? You want this super person with all these qualities and things like that. Mm-hmm. And what are you giving back? Because the reality is if you don't have a personality, no skills, poor communication, instability, and yes, get over it. If you have no looks,
doesn't matter.
Then what are you going to attract?
It doesn't matter. I will take a guy every day who will make me laugh and I can have a relationship with outside the bedroom than somebody who's an amazing fuck and looks like a 10. And I always applaud you because you said
because I'm ugly and I still get chicks.
No, but here's the thing. I'm not Angelina Jolie, you're not Brad Pitt, okay? But we still have found people to date, people to do scenes with, okay? Because we have a personality, we do the work. And here's the thing. You, especially of all people, you have point blank said to me and other people, I am not relationship material right now. Yeah. I'm not looking for a relationship. I cannot handle a relationship. And that I always have applauded you for because you're putting it right blank out. Hey, you want to go do a scene? I will smack your ass upside and die sideways and fuck you. But I am not relationship material because that's not where my brain is. And that is the perfect thing to put out to people.
And this is where this applies to me, where it comes back to first dealing with that acceptance. Fix your own head first. I have been in this situation, which I don't talk about as much anymore because people got sick of it. But I am in a situation where I live in my car and have for 6 years. So I can write music 7 days a week and do the show and work on all the other things, blah, 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 blah. So I know that I'm in this category. I know I don't have much to offer. And I do have high standards of what I want in either a relationship or even sexually with a play partner. I've turned down people that want to have sex because I'm like, I don't connect with you like that.
Yeah.
And
that's okay.
And I'm allowed to do that. However, here's the reality. I also have barely played or had sex in 6 years because of my standards, because of the reality that I don't have as much to offer. And I've been in the last year and a half, I lost 90 pounds. I go to the gym 5 days a week. I'm getting in better shape. I'm looking better. I'm trying to get my disabled things fixed and better. And I'm doing things that work on my personality. I am trying to work on some of my things mentally. But it doesn't matter. I still need to just accept the fact that nobody owes me a relationship.
Yep.
And I'm no longer hurt by it. I used to be like, damn it, God, why? Like, I have so much to offer. Like, I'm good at play, and I do blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. And it's like, yeah, but nobody owes you shit. Nobody owes you anything. Nobody owes you anything. All of the lovers from the past, I get phone calls or an email every now and again, and a hi, how you doing? But none of them are like, God, I miss fucking an old man. Let me come by. Be nice once in a while, you know. But that acceptance is like, I'm actually at a place now where I know I'm going to keep working. I'm going to keep trying to make myself better, improve my situation, improve what I'm doing. But until then, I'm okay. Because ultimately this all comes down to the first thing that's important to me is there's a part of me that actually likes Count Boogie.
Yeah.
There's a lot I hate. Believe me, there's a lot I don't like, and there's a lot of battles and cognitive blah, 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 blah. But in general, I am okay if I'm alone. I can take care of myself alone. I can take care of my mind alone. I do not need a partner. I survive on my own. I have this show, which is very fulfilling to me because we get to be of service to people and share and communicate with people around the world about their things and their problems and whatever. I've had some good back and forth emails recently. I can still be of service, and I'm okay, Path Girl, if I never have sex again, if I never date anyone again. Mm-hmm. It'll be sad because I like it, and I like people, and I like connection. It doesn't mean I don't get lonely.
Being sad and be okay with it, it's two different things.
But if I have to live with Count Boogie for the rest of my life, which I'm going to whether I want to or not, it's okay. I'm not a bad hang. I work on myself.
You're an awesome hang.
I'm okay to hang out with. I can't stress that enough. We want a relationship to complete us and fix us and make us, what we think we can be with a partner. And surely a good partner can motivate you and inspire you and you become better, blah, blah, blah. That's great. But I don't need it. And you don't need it. And this person doesn't need it. What you need is a relationship with yourself that is amazing, because let me tell you something. If you have an amazing relationship with yourself, you are going to attract a much higher quality of individual. The more you have it. Because if you're broken and a mess, you're only going to attract another mess. Or somebody who's so desperate to be with somebody that they'll tolerate a mess. Just like you'll end up getting desperate and tolerating another shitty guy. How many times do you hear that?
Yeah.
Make your store better, and you won't attract poor people to your store. Make your product better, and make yourself better. That's my rant. It's real. Sorry, I didn't make up these rules. I have to fight by them. I have to live by them.
Too long, didn't read. Do the work!
Uncle Creepy lurks around your bedroom once you're in his clutch. He penetrates the places where your mama said that good girls shouldn't touch.
And that was my favorite fucking jingle of this entire podcast, which I want to point out.
Why would that be, Uncle Creepy?
It's so perfect that it has never changed. It is. I have it as a ringtone on my phone, which I have on mute most of the time because it went off during the lunch cafeteria at work. So very bad. Yeah. And you don't want Uncle Creepy. No. Shut that shit off. Yeah.
We have some good stories.
It's perfect.
We have some good jingle stories from the past. We haven't gotten that many. I think people kind of wised up in the 10 years. Like 10 years ago when we started Perverted Podcast, like, people were not getting caught. It was just a different phase of the internet. Maybe iPods weren't, earplugs weren't real popular at the time. So we have a lot of stories in the early days of people getting caught listening to our show and like running out of the shower when because they're playing it on their laptop or whatever. Now everyone has waterproof earbuds and stuff like that. But there was a time where we got a lot of people in trouble and some really darn funny stories about it. And
sounds hilarious.
God bless you. God bless you one and all. Uncle Creepy, you fit your jingle and you fit this show very goddamn well. Do you have some creepiness to share with us?
Lord, do I. As our listeners might know, I sent you a photo of what I'm wearing tomorrow to the play party.
Oh, yeah.
The Valentine's Day play party.
I like to refer to that as Can't Bleach My Eyes photo number 343 that Uncle Creepy sends me. For some reason. Like, this is why I don't have dude friends, because they do bro shit like this. They're like, hey, check this out. And you're like, I can't unsee that. That's
I spared you my saggy old man balls.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for that level of consider. It does pervertedpodcast@gmail.com. Does anybody actually know how to use the blocking mechanism on an old iPhone 5? Because I'm trying to find that. I'm just trying to.
it's on there somewhere. You'll find it
You're
eventually.
gonna
I'll just keep
horrify
trying
these
to figure it
people
out.
at this party, Uncle Creepy. And now, of course,
No, I asked.
everyone's going to be like, "Oh, you got to post it on the on the
Instagram."
No, well, yeah, on her. Well, you can post that one on the Instagram.
We can do it
Um,
I'll you know what I'll do is
you
when the show
upload
comes
the
up.
balls one on
Yep.
FetLife. I don't want to do that. I draw the line.
I will upload it. No, when I do the episode topic on FetLife, I will put that photo on there, whether our listeners want it or not.
Yeah.
I'll just say here it is.
Well, some won't.
My
and
balls.
someone will. Some will be very excited by that. They've seen
All
my
right.
balls.
They'll
I
download
get
that.
it. I get it. We've all done our dumb. Here's my dick thing. It's the way of man, and then you force. It's non-consensual. Well, it's consensual. Okay, I'm going to go on a rant. That
Yeah.
I think.
Ready?
Okay, go. Here we go. I think.
Yep. I'm locked in.
I think I've said this before, but I think FetLife and all of the adult content, social medias, should not allow either cockshot or vagina shot avatars.
Whoa.
I think those should be just not allowed because they're predatory because of this. If you go into someone's pages, like I see, here's Uncle Creepy's page, and then if I go into your profile, then I'm taking my own risk. You have whatever pictures you have up there. I'm going to see 20 dick pics and whatever the hell you got up there. That's fine. But when you have your dick or vagina as your avatar, you are forcing someone to look at your dick or vagina. You're forcing them. And that is a sense of, and here's why. Because I know as a creepy guy, you may reject or block me, but I made you look at my dick. And for voyeurs and people who have like creepy jerk off fantasies, all I have to do is DM you. And if you block me, then I know you looked at my dick and I know I got in your head. So.
And I got something from you for free.
I totally used, and that's why I always kind of felt, and once again, when women do it too, it's like, I love vagina, and it's like, it doesn't mean I'm bothered by the picture, but it means like, hey, that's it. Am I off base here? Am I sounding like too prude?
Yeah, no. So I believe what you're saying is that you feel like there should be a guard to start, but I feel like just logging into FetLife, you have automatically taken it upon yourself that you will see things that you don't want to see. And case in point, I went to exploratory mode or something, not but 15 minutes ago, and I saw a Reddit link of somebody hammering vagina lips to a board and then branding the letter S on their pussy lips. Like, I didn't want to see that, but I clicked. And
but what I'm saying is you made
but
the choice to click on that. You can go through FetLife and just go into the verbal groups and other sites too. I'm not just hammering on FetLife. I just know FetLife because now every party you go to, it just seems like a way that creepy people, nothing personal, that creepy people have the ability to get inside of somebody's head sexually when they haven't asked for consent for that.
I think that's happened throughout time immemorial for well before it. Like, because you used to have those guys in the parks that would flash
that's why I'm from that era. So it always seems like you're flashing someone, which you are.
I agree.
You're like, there's no need to do it other than I want to make damn sure you look at my fucking dick or pussy. And obviously it's mostly guys that
get the rise out of you.
But even there are women that do it in a predatory way, that I want to their cum dripping vagina fucking thing. And you're like, I just wanted to talk to a person, and if I choose to go into your profile, then I know that's your domain. But when you're at that interaction level, there's a lot of people who are like, I'm not interested in seeing your junk or sexuality. I'm here to learn and talk about things and click on events.
Yeah.
So that's my new thing.
It's the price we pay.
Think, I don't know. Pervertedpodcast@gmail.com. What do you think about that? Should it be your avatar, your picture on your profile that everyone has to look at? Should be either a flower pot or whatever thing, but there shouldn't be really frontal nudity allowed on an avatar.
I don't know, man. I'm little column A, little column B.
Yeah. All right. Tell me about your kink.
Huh? What?
Didn't you do something kinky and freaky we were going to talk about?
Oh, well, the party? Yeah.
Sorry.
I haven't done the party yet. I mean, nothing really has occurred. Like, I've been doing some fucking and sucking, and Bina's super horny still, which is nice.
For like 3 weeks.
Yeah, dude. It's like a switch. Like, she'll just be like, "Don't you fucking touch me," and then it's like, I need all of your dick all over me all of the time, and she gets stressed at work, so I, when she comes home, I dote on her and help her get like to a level that she's calmer, and then I fuck her. Sure. It's kind of the dominant side of me where it's like, I want to take care of this thing that I enjoy, and then I'm going to fuck it. That's
And it seems to be working.
I agree. She's a lot horny than she was before. So I'm going to take full advantage of it.
Well, good job, goddammit. So there's some good news of a functional working relationship.
Yeah.
Do you notice my segue there? A little bit of a
I did. It was
segue.
Two-wheeled and
just
flying down the...
leaned into... Well, that's an example of a good working relationship where people communicate and they want each other, and they found things. You found things in your relationship that actually increase intimacy.
Do you happen to have...
And, so it's a real positive. So we got this real positive relationship that you have, and that is absolutely why we do the show, to hopefully help people have more positive relationships.
Yeah. But now, Boogie, do you happen to have an example of, let's say, a bad relationship?
Huh. Well, God, that just sounds crazy, doesn't it? That just...
Yeah.
Well, let me scroll through all the pages of things we could... Oh, here's something. I don't know if this is negative.
You found one?
I don't know if this is a dysfunctional relationship, but let's just try it.
Yeah, read it out, bud.
Boyfriend mainly turned on by specific kinks, but won't have sex with me. This is showing potential.
Could be anything.
Could be anything.
Yeah.
My boyfriend is very kinky, dominant, and has a long history of it. BDSM. See you later. Sorry. I had a little callback to you, Uncle Creepy. Consensual non-consent. Degradation. Being a bull. This is all the shit he's told her. From the beginning, he was open about this. And while I'm nowhere near as experienced, I told him I'm up for exploring things. I'd recently come out of a vanilla long-term relationship and was keen to try. Look at that. She's curious. Yeah. She's interested. She's open to trying. That's a wonderful thing. We had a few vanilla sessions in the beginning where, to be honest, I was expecting him to take a little more control, but he didn't. Because remember, he's a bull. He's a dominant bull. He's hardcore. And now, nothing. Yet, I would have sex with him day and night if he let me, and he knows this! Exclamation point. I realize, this is her justifying for him. I realize I'm a quite innocent appearing person with a more sweet, placid vibe than bratty or seductive. And aside from sex, we're cuddly and affectionate. But now every time I bring up sex or initiate it, he just says, I'm too sweet and nice. And that just never went in that direction from the get-go. He won't even let me go down on him and suck his dick, which I absolutely love doing. Mm-hmm. Now then, here's where it gets a little stabby for me. We flirt, and he talks dirty to me sometimes, but it seems he has this mental block with actually actioning anything. I have spoken with him on this. Apparently, he only really gets turned on having sex, practicing these kinks with people he doesn't care about. Oh my God, he's so loving and sensitive. Yeah. AKA random girls, even twinks and femboys and sex workers. But then finished by saying, I should still try and initiate more, which is hugely confusing to me.
What?
I'm not going to fuck you, but still keep trying. Keep it up. Keep trying. Oh, God. It makes me insecure, no shit, about feeling too innocent and inexperienced, and that he just disregards me as a sexual prospect. And jealous that he's done so much with others, yet not even attempt to do it with me. I think at this point, we're both feeling the relationship is pretty unsalvageable. Think! I mean, you think? I'd rather just be am I sounding judgy so far? I kind of am. I'd rather just be casual fuck buddies than this. I have a high sex drive, and now all I want is to explore and have fun with them. Is there any way to progress from this? Here. Bitch, you're his beard.
Yeah.
Get over it. You're literally this guy's beard. He's fucking gay. He's gay or bi or whatever. And now he's leading you on, manipulating your feelings
for the attention,
and teasing your sexuality that he will never give to you because
he's just not that into you. Yay!
Oh, my poor little pumpkin. This
maybe that should be her ringtone.
It should be. Jesus Christ. Captain, this, we have to laugh because it's fucked up when you're looking from the outside and you have a lifetime of experiences and relationships, and it's funny because it's so obvious to us.
Yeah.
Because we have all this experience. She doesn't have this experience, and she's in the point where this is actually hurting her. Like to a person with a lot of experience that's been around, that's in the public scene, that understands all this bullshit, they see right away. Like this guy wouldn't even make it past an email with the average person who's been in the lifestyle. But she's in it right now because she's new, and it sucks because she's being broken. This is going to be her observation of BDSM and kink. He's the first one.
You've talked about this a lot.
He's the first one.
Yeah.
So it's really tragic. And obviously I hate this guy. But okay. All right. You should go. You say things.
You ready? So I think, you're right. I did, we were making the jokes, but you beat me to it. I wanted to point out that it's very easy for us to see these types of manipulations from experience. I'm pretty sure that I would have fallen for this guy in my youth, in my start of the kink adventure. And I did. You went from having zero attention from women to having an extreme amount of attention from women. And it was both intoxicating and just mind-numbingly new, where I was just like, oh, I love all of this and all of this. And everything that I experienced, especially from my first wife, was extremely toxic and created a situation for me where I was just being someone who I was not, carrying on because I got the attention. And no matter how toxic and abusive she was, it was the attention that I got eventually that I craved. So, you know, the me of now wouldn't even spend 2 seconds with this person and would recognize, be like, you're full of shit, dude. Like, oh, you're into all this stuff, but you have a blank profile on Fed, and you know, you're all, or it's a cock shot on Fed. Right. You know, it's if that's your personality, then you know we can easily see it from afar. But I think that's what we do on this show is to mock it and allow people who don't know to see what it's like from an experience point, and that you can get more attention as you go along. You have to put in the work, but I don't think that this is is something that people should, you know, continue having as a relationship when there's a lot more out there for you to experience.
Well said. Absolutely well said. I just started going through all of my logs of all when I used to be just a hyper romantic, sensitive pussy. as and I say that in the most degrading, angry way possible. In my youth, you know, 16, 17, 18, 19, even into my early 20s, just so romantic and so, oh, this is how the world works. And women are just leading you on and they're manipulating you. And because everyone likes the attention. Everyone likes to be wanted.
Yeah.
So it's still kind of a thing to be wanted. I don't want you. I just want to be wanted. So there's a lot of people out there. This guy probably likes to be wanted. He's obviously getting something from her in this kind of bro zone thing that he keeps her at.
Yeah.
You know, or like I said, you know, I mean, if he's into twink boys and femboys, you know, and that's stuff, he may still be struggling with his own sexuality and can't just come out as either gay or bi. Well, you know what? There could be a lot of reasons why, because a lot of guys do that. A lot of guys that are gay have a beard. It's called a beard, and that's you have a girlfriend. You don't really have sex with her, and then you just manipulate and make up stories. So you have the appearance either in your head or socially that it's like, oh yeah, he's a straight guy, normal guy, don't have to worry about it. And so whatever he can't get his head around, the problem isn't that, because, you know, it's a confusing time. I don't know what their ages are, but he's going through a confusing time. But the fact that he's manipulating and he's teasing, and because I've had that. I've had people string me along, and stringing someone along is shitty, period. End of story. There is nothing, because it just shows you absolutely only care about yourself. You only want what you want. You don't care if you're hurting another person by stringing them along. And we've all done it to a certain point. Not maybe we've all done it, but we've all stayed in that relationship a little too long where we knew we weren't into the person, but we're still kind of pretending that it's okay, but we're, you know, you can't. So there's that where the relationship is ending and you don't want to admit it and go, but then there's the right up from the front, I know I don't want to fuck you, but I'm just going to keep stringing you along because you cook good or something, you know, you have a car and you drive me places.
Yeah. So I don't know about the stringing along part, because some people just don't know. When I first got into the scene and started dating, I didn't know what I wanted. So when I met somebody who showed even the slightest amount of interest in me, like, I would do what was necessary to kind of continue the conversation out of, you know, not knowing what I wanted. Sure. So I think the bad thing about this is if he's maliciously stringing this person along, if he's using her for the attention and is not open and honest about it, then I see that's definitely there. But he also might be stuck with his, not knowing his sexuality. He might not be able to express it and doesn't know how. I mean, I don't know how, I don't relate, but I think that it would be just as hard as coming out to like a family member, I would assume, coming out to yourself.
Here's where I'm not going to forgive what's written, because once again, we can only go what's written, and surely your point is very valid, because it is true that people have different levels of communication and whatever. But here's a story where this guy is starting right out bragging his fucking nuts off, saying, I'm super dominant and I'm a bull and I'm this and I fuck hard and I do, he's psyching himself up. A long
history.
And building this other person up who has repeatedly told him, I want sex. I want to suck your dick. I'll do this. I'll do that. Well, I'll let you be, like, throwing themselves and repeatedly saying, oh, you're too sweet, but still keep flirting with me.
Right.
I don't care whether you're a bad communicator or not. This is shitty behavior. This is hurtful behavior. This is somebody who doesn't give a fuck about their partner behavior. All the way. I mean, if you just read it and reread it, which I've read it now like 3-4 times. In this case, this is somebody that is, and malicious is such a word. Malicious is such a vague word. And I just I just read a whole big article on FetLife, one of the few good articles that are still showing up on FetLife, where somebody talked about, you can say you don't have an intent to harm, but if you're not looking at all of your actions in how you're treating somebody and asking yourself if those actions are causing harm, it doesn't matter whether you set out and wrote a note to yourself, I'm going to fuck this chick up. You're still guilty. You're still just as guilty because you're not doing any self-evaluation. You're not working on what in this post was like your personal goals. Like, what do you want? If he wants to be a bull and this and that and all this stuff and hardcore and he loves this and he's with this person and that he's absolutely knows he doesn't want that with, it doesn't matter if you set out to be malicious. You are being a dick.
Yeah, that's true. It doesn't excuse. Yeah, it doesn't excuse.
Because there's no self-reflection. Yeah. If this was something, now once again, let's go into kind of where you were at and what your conversations were a minute ago, where it's like, if you come into a conversation, you goes, look, I don't really know how I feel and I don't know how to talk about it, but I know I don't feel this way, but I feel this way. That's at least something. You're at least showing something. Right. There's something you can kind of work with there, because then, like you were talking about, you have to learn those things and then you can do that together. I've had tons of relationships where I've come in and be like, okay, I'm over my head on this one. Or they're like, I don't know how to express myself. And then we can kind of work together and be like, oh, okay, well, then you interview each other and you're like, well, is this feeling like this? Not judging, just asking to try to find what that feeling is. So there's no right. And in the old days, we used to call it on the show being messy. That you're willing to come in and be messy in that conversation because you don't know how to express how you feel. That is an absolutely valid and powerful thing to do. Hey, we're going to sit down and it's going to be messy. My intention isn't to hurt or to whatever. I just don't know how to express what I'm feeling.
Interesting.
Go ahead and be messy. And I've been messy with people and I've had people be messy with me. And we have made tremendous gains in the relationship because of that. In this case, this guy's not willing to be anything.
You're right. Yeah. If we go by what's here, he started off very expressive of what he wants and what he knows and what he wants from the relationship, and strung her along, as you said. And when he couldn't get what he wanted or got what he wanted, it was like, well, I'm going to put you on the back burner and you can pay attention to me, but it's not reciprocated whatsoever.
Yeah, like it's like, so I'll go fuck sex workers, but I won't let somebody that I'm in a relationship with that's begging to suck my dick, even taking something selfish like a blowjob. Like, you're not even going to do
Too
that.
sweet and nice.
Like, come on, bro. You're a fucking douche. Fuck off. So to our newer listeners and to people that are new into this lifestyle, when you see these types of conversations and behaviors, they're huge flags. They're huge negative flags. These are the epitome of red flags. You know, that you don't need that inconsistency. And I understand being lonely and being desperate for attention. And you just want so bad for it to work because you like somebody. But if he's not into you and he's showing it or she's showing it at every step of the way, it is far better to be alone and learn how to work on yourself and become a better, stronger person yourself, which I just talked about this with Path Girl, is you're going to attract a higher level of person. You're going to attract a better level of person the more you work on yourself. Don't be afraid to be alone. Get out of this relationship. Spend some time and go, what was I really looking for? Find out what your goals are and what your needs are, and then see, am I a person that attracts that type of person? Ugh.
Yeah, and once you... I want to touch on that for just a little bit more, is that once you work on yourself, stuff like this won't be easy to fall for.
Absolutely.
It will be a lesson learned. And also, like, does it pass the sniff check? Like, this, if it doesn't smell right, it probably isn't. So go with your gut on that too. You know,
you're talking to a guy that has literally 2 paper towels shoved up his nostril. So I all of a sudden I'm like, you said sniff test, and I'm like, oh, I can't sniff.
You can suck those.
Well, you know, look, if for an audio lesson, if you have a cold and your nose is dripping, you shove paper towel, you know, Kleenex or paper towels up your nose so you don't sniffle. You haven't heard me sniffle once this entire thing.
No.
Because otherwise for a half hour I'd be sitting here. So, little trick, kids, giving it to you. You do a podcast, shove shit up your nose. Nobody sees you.
Audio lessons with Boogie.
God damn it. Fuck this guy. Good points, though, Uncle Creepy.
Fuck
really
that guy.
Good points. And for those of you that are out there, if you have experiences with this and how you got out of it, please pervertedpodcast@gmail.com. Let us know what you're thinking about this.
Oh my God! I did a show with a MILF! Oh my God!
Yes, thank you, Boogie, for calling me the right name. And if you see me out in the wild, I am a MILF, damn it!
Don't punch me. Don't punch me in the fucking throat. I think that's...
I know the next time I see you, the first time, because we've technically never physically
met.
We've been talking for years. Yeah, but like, you're gonna be like, oh my God, there's the cougar I love. I'm gonna throat punch you. I swear to God.
Hey, cougar, what's going up? I'll have like a giant leather fucking restraint collar. I'll have one of those like wolf collars that the dogs have, like the sheep dogs have, and so the wolves can't bite their neck with the spikes around it.
Do you forget what I do for a living, that it's very easily, I can hide bodies, no problem?
Whatever, I'm just saying.
Whatever! Ugh!
Can
we please end the show, please?
Shut up, MILF.
I have one job.
Shut up, MILF.
Thank you. And that is the end of show 445. Thank you so much for joining us. If you have any questions or comments or you'd like to talk about, please reach out to us. See you, maybe, fucker. Please reach out to us at pervertedpodcast@gmail.com or find us on TikTok or Instagram under the name Perverted Podcast. And then FetLife, there is both a group and a page. Please help support the show by liking this episode and subscribing to the show. And don't forget to share the show with your kinky friends so other kinksters like you can find us. And if you'd like to support the show a little bit more, please go to our Patreon at patreon.com/pervertedpodcast and sign up for our $5 if you give a fuck level. And with that, you become a pee-pee sugar zombie. And with that, you get our show a few days early and you get our exclusive half pee-pee episode only for our patrons. And of course, love and smushy kisses to our patrons around the world. Your support means the world to us.
Thank you, Path Girl. Thank you, pee-pee zits, zams, and Master Apocalypse zombie people. And thank you to all our sugar zombies who are on Patreon. Thank you, Uncle Creepy. And thank you Thank you all, and goodbye.
Thank you.